a new video, and before I get into about the build, I just wanted to let you know that I'm getting back into doing my videos. I have been moving, and the process between work and moving and YouTube has been a lot. My new room that I record in is super echoey. I have tried my best to try and make that not like that. I finally have like foam cube squares to hopefully help with the echoing. It's going to take me a little bit to get that all set up though, so if I am still echoey now, I am so sorry, but I really just want to have these videos out for you guys because I love these builds so much, and thank you for sticking with me during this whole process. I know I've been kind of quiet. My past few videos have just been music over it, and I am sorry for that, but I really wanted you guys to see those builds, and I just figured that it would be better to just put them out than not have anything at all and kind of leave you guys hanging. So I am back, and hopefully I can get back on schedule. It really just depends on how these voiceovers sound and how difficult it is for me to edit them to make them sound a little bit normal than they actually are. Hopefully I'm not too far out for you guys to actually be hearing me, but as you can see, I kind of have like a little biodome type feel going on. I had seen a picture on Pinterest of a biodome, and it's basically just like a circular, really odd shaped building, and it's completely open for glass and stuff like that, and they usually have tons of plants and stuff, so it's kind of like a greenhouse but not really. And I just thought that it would be so cool to do that with our new ability to have curved walls. So that is what I'm doing in today's build, and I think it turned out actually really nice. I tried to do one big circular building, but how our walls are, it was impossible. It was kind of like a square, and then I could not actually get the roof on to look normal, so I ended up just going with a bunch of smaller rooms, and I think it actually turned out really nice. And all of them have different functions. I do have this built as a park, so there is an area for you to play chess, there's an area for the kids to come, but I really just wanted a space that you could come here, get your fresh fruits and veggies, maybe build on some skills for your gardening or anything that you might need. And I just think that this turned out so nice. I feel like it's kind of like a farmer's market, but not really. It's like a community space for everybody to come. If they want certain veggies, they can start growing them here. The whole community can enjoy it, and I just think that it's something so fun. Come out here on like a Sunday with your kids. They can play with their friends at the playground while like mom gets some gardening done. And I end up putting in a little like coffee vendor. Something that I do wish that we could have in The Sims is when you have community lots, you don't have to pay for a vendor. I really wish that would be something that they could like update or fix or make it an option, because currently now if you place this, you do have to spend 100 simoleons to have the vendor. But if you're doing some sort of party or like a whole family like gathering get together, I don't think it's that big of a price, the 100 simoleons, and I actually think it's cheaper than getting married in The Sims to have the vendor for, I don't know how long they're there for, but it could be a nice little addition to a day at the park. So now I am finally getting some areas built up with some furniture. I mainly used Eco Lifestyle for this pack just because it fit so darn well, and I wanted to have all kinds of different plants and pots and stuff around. with me moving, I've really been into like Pinterest and decorating and trying to figure out how I want to add to my space, and I have been super into like the boho greenery feel. Every time I see plants, I'm like, oh my goodness, I want that plant. So this kind of added to my vibe of really loving that kind of earthy feel to everything. So I wanted to make these spaces to be super colorful, lots of plants, lots of nature, and I ended up placing this in the base game world of Oasis Springs. I always forget what it's called, but Oasis Springs is where I placed it. I put it in like the left corner neighborhood where all like the fancy houses are, because I wanted to have the green grass. I just think that it looks really nice, and I used these lattices to kind of fill up that space. I'm still not 100% sure if I even like how that looks, so I'm gonna be honest, but I wanted to add extra greenery, so I was really placing it wherever I could put it. If you don't like it, you can just delete it, it's fine. I do love the entrance, however. I think that eco lifestyle arch is so fun. I just love how it looks, and it really makes you feel like you're going there to get fresh fruits and veggies, and I think it's so nice. I ended up putting a little lake over by the chess table so you can enjoy some games of chess on a nice day with some little duckies right next to you. I just think it's so cute and cozy. I just left the water to be natural. I didn't change like the texture or anything like that because I didn't want murky. I wanted it to be like not super clear, but we don't really, what I want we don't have in The Sims. It's always like that. I always want too much. I'm too picky with my stuff. So I think that this is just a really cute space. I end up adding a little area for you to put your bikes if you wanted to, but as you can see, the first two set of buildings on the left, I have a little juice fissure station, and then I end up adding some candle making stuff in there and the recycler, and then on the right I end up adding like a little music chillax area. There's two couches, I end up putting two chairs and lots of plants in there just to make it nice, comfy, cozy. Maybe you want to chill, and I imagine that to be like the air conditioned space. But here is all the fizzing, and I ended up adding a bunch of these bottles from Debug. I thought it would be nice that maybe like people in the community, they just had extra fruit that they wanted to turn into fizzy juice, but they didn't really want to take home, so they just left it there for whoever needs it for them to come and take as they need. And I just had to use these tables from the Blooming Rooms kit. I knew I was gonna use the Blooming Rooms kit because that came with such amazing plants, like I was gonna use it. So I ended up using a lot of the pieces, honestly, and I just think it turned out so nice. And then this middle room is kind of like the bee room, the bug room, like you can plant some of your small things in there. And then the room to the right of it, I end up adding the like eco lifestyle automatic watering planter boxes in there, and at the end I end up putting a bunch of fresh fruit, veggies, and herbs in there so they are ready to go and grab when you place this lot down. And then to the left of the middle building, I end up adding a maker area so you can fabricate. I think there's like 6 fabrication machines in there, and then there's like 2 or 3 tables or seating, excuse me, there's like 2 or 3 seating spaces, so you can go and sit with like maybe your mom wants to fabricate but you don't want to like hang out with anybody, so you're just chatting with your mom while she's fabricating stuff or something like that. But I just think that this turned out so nice. I love those lights. I just think it's so fun. And looking at the inspiration for biodomes, they really are just packed full of all kinds of different plants and stuff like that, all kinds of different trees and everything. But I didn't really end up putting any trees or anything like that. It's not like jam-packed full of plants because it isn't really useful in The Sims when you have it that way. Sims can't walk around everything, but I think I did a fairly good job. I love this space. I think it's so fun, and I ended up adding I believe that base game outdoor bathroom area because I didn't want to have bathrooms they aren't pretty. So I just ended up placing one of those in there because I figured that would work better, and you needed to have a bathroom in this space. So if I could, I probably wouldn't have even put one, honestly, because it just wasn't going with the vibe of the whole space. But that's okay. You still have an area for your Sims to go to the bathroom. And this is the space for all the fizzing and the candle making. I honestly haven't played with the Eco Lifestyle in so long that this really makes me want to play with all of the things that Eco Lifestyle came out with. I love Eco Lifestyle. I think it is such a fun pack, and it really comes with so many interesting items and lots of great items if you're doing rags to riches, because everything is so cheap. So it's just a great pack. It's something that I think anybody will like no matter what, because it comes with really nice plans, all kinds of new skills that you can have and everything like that. But we're getting close to the end of the build. I'm adding just some finishing touches around here just to make it look a little more nice and lived. Have some dirt to make it actually look like people go to this place and hang out with the swings and stuff like that. I end up adding monkey bars. I think I already added those though. And then I added a bunch of skill building items, so no matter what, your Sim can come here and build their skill. And there's little water balloons for the kids to come and play. So I really wanted to make sure that this was a space that everybody was going to enjoy. So tons of stuff. Yeah, there's the monkey bars. And this, I got these plants off the gallery. I really just looked up plants on the gallery, and I found a whole room that had all kinds of fruits, vegetables, and already planted trees. So I just took that room, placed it down, and put those wherever I wanted them. So we have all kinds of like apple trees, blackberries, like all kinds of herbs and stuff. So once you place this down, they should at least be generated to have leaves. If not, you can already harvest stuff off of them. And I do believe that there's some of the items, there's like tomatoes on the floor in the entrance. I don't know what happened there. I think it glitched and they like fell off the plant when I moved them or something. But I just love how this space turned out. I hope you guys like it too. This is where I ended up putting some of the seating. So I put some Eco Lifestyle carpet down. I just love the grass as the flooring, but it needed some extra like color to the whole space. So I end up adding 2 seating areas, and I do some like funky lighting in the place because obviously the ceiling is glass, so I wasn't gonna stick any lights because I thought that would just look weird. So I ended up using wall lighting, and then there was these rocks that lit up that I ended up putting on the ground where the planter boxes are in the other room. And I think it turned out kind of nice. It's not too bright, so it's not like obnoxiously light out or anything like that when they go in those rooms, but just enough for your Sims to see. If you want to get screenshots and stuff, you'll probably end up wanting to put new lighting, but other than that, I think it's really cute. I ended up adding these little camper kit lights. I just think that they turned out so cute. I absolutely love fairy lights, so if I find a place where I can put them, I will, because I absolutely love them. But I'm just finishing up some final touches. Wanted to make sure that this space was like open for your Sims to walk around, but also lit up. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye!